What if I say this time around most women, they desire bad guys most than good guys? The simple reason is that these bad guys, they have best characters, they have best qualities that always attract women's attention. And in this video, I'm going actually to highlight some characters or qualities that bad guys or value high men, in short to say, have that smart men, that smart guys don't have. If you are reaching this channel for the first time, my name is Godwin. I mostly make videos about relationship and marriage. If that sounds interesting to you, consider subscribing to the channel and be part of the family, that every time when I make videos like this one, you'll be the first person to know. Character number one that a high value man or a bad guy have is that he's the kind of a guy who always take care of himself. He's the kind of a guy who doesn't take less upon himself. He's the kind of a guy who doesn't neglect himself. He's the kind of a guy who always makes sure that he's up to standard. He's the kind of a guy who always makes sure that he's doing things perfect. He's looking presentable even to the people. He's looking smart each and every time. He's the kind of guy who takes care of himself, looking great, making sure that he doesn't leave any stress room for dirty. Each people and everyone will always respect this kind of a guy. The other sign or the other quality of a high value man is a kind of a guy who live a mistly. Okay? Most women love men who live mistly lives. No, they only share information, the little information which they can share at that particular moment. There are some men, once they meet a woman, they start explaining each details of their lives. There are some men, once they reach a woman they love, they start gossiping each and every corner of the information which they have been experiencing from their past, from the time which they were born up to date. The people who have blessed them, the people who have cursed them, they all explain it that way. And women hate it because they love to leave that room whereby they still be yearning to hear some more new information. So a man who lives a mystery life, a man who shares little information as he can, these kind of men are really attractive to women. Let me also say, a bad guy or a high value man is the kind of a man who is very ambitious. Is the kind of a man who always takes himself first, who considers himself first among everything, among anything. It might be this woman that he loves. It might be this woman that he cherishes so much, but you always consider first and foremost thing, the things that will bring benefit to his life, the thing that will upgrade his standard, the thing that will definitely fulfill his mission, his vision in life. The other quality of a bad guy or a high value man is the kind of a guy who always independent. The kind of a guy who doesn't depend much on people. The kind of a guy who doesn't live around people's home, begging around people or friends, begging. Is the kind of a guy who knows how to be responsible. Is the kind of a guy who have learned and know how to stand on himself. Women always get attracted to such kind of men. Women always cherish such kind of men. Women always love to spend their lives with such kind of men. The bad guy, the kind of a guy, is the kind of a high value man who doesn't get jealous easily. There are some men, they are easily being tricked by women. A woman or so-called your girlfriend can just come up and make up a story like, today in the afternoon, maybe I just received a call like there was this guy He wanted just to propose to me. Then I actually told him, like, I have a best guy in my life, so this time around I can't do this. He's just trying just to trick you. Most of the times you hear this kind of a guy, they start speaking out jealous words just to show their weakness, just to show that they are not emotionally strong when it comes to such things. Okay? A high value man, a bad guy, is always not jealous. He's always emotionally strong in every situation. A bad guy is the kind of a guy who is emotionally matured. He doesn't get deceived, or he doesn't get corrupted, or he doesn't get confused by hard situation, by hard storms when they come. He's the kind of a guy who always persists. He's the kind of a guy who always stand tall and overcome the problem and thought other alternatives on how he can actually overcome such kind of problems. A high value man, you always be responsible. A high value man, you always know the right time to strike. A high value man who always know what is right for himself. A high value man who always know what to always be right for himself. Thank you so much. If you are reaching this channel for the first time, my name is Godwin. Consider subscribing to the channel, that every time when I make videos like this one, you'll be the first person to know. If you like the video, kindly give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Stay blessed and stay good.